Now we'll discuss the important topic in civil engineering, that is valuation. Now go for further discussion on valuation, it is necessary to understand the basic difference between these three terms, that is cost, price and value. Generally, cost refers to the cost of production or cost of manufacture. Price refers to the amount at which the particular commodity or product is sold in market after manufacture. And value, it will be the amount at which the property will be sold after certain period have been passed. That is what is present value. Now let us discuss here cost. So it is the cost of construction. It is the sum of all expenses required for construction. It is the cost of production of the commodity. For building works, it will be the cost of construction required for at actual expenses required for the construction. Now here, when the same building is sold by builder to some other person, that will become price. Now in that case, the price will include the cost of manufacturing, that is cost of construction, then interest on investment, that the builder will be investing the amount during construction, then taxes, expenses for labor welfare, profit and sometimes overhead charges also. So here this will be the amount at which the building will be sold after construction. It is new product. Now value. So here value means its worth or utility. So suppose the building after construction, after use for some years, say 5 years, 10 years like that, when the owner of the building wants to sell out that, in that case whatever amount is obtained after selling the existing property or building, so that will be called as the value. So value means its worth or utility. It is the present value of a property. It varies from time to time. So the process of determination of present value, that is called as the valuation. And all these things, that is cost of production, price, that is the new product is sold out in market, and value, that is any old building is being sold or purchased in the market. So that will become value. So value is at the given time. So cost, price and value all are estimated in terms of the money. Now let us discuss first the purposes of valuation. So first one, for the sale and purchase of the property, valuation is necessary. If someone is going for purchase or selling out his property, he has to work out the valuation. Then purchase for investment or for occupation, valuation is required. Then tax fixation, particularly municipal corporation will apply the taxes on the basis of valuation. Then rent fixation. So here to find out the standard rent, so we require the valuation of the property. Then insurance premium. So insurance premium are decided on the basis of value of the property. So insurance company will work out how much is the value, accordingly will charge the insurance premium. Mortgage value. So here this term that the property you can keep on mortgage and you can obtain some amount as in the form of loan. So for mortgage purpose, the valuation is also required. Then compulsory acquisition. So here, particularly for government scheme, the government may acquire some land or building, and in that case, to decide the compensation to be given to the owner, so valuation is necessary. And to decide betterment charges, so betterment means development charges. So value of a property increases due to development like roads and other amenities. To find out the betterment charges or development charges, valuation is necessary. And let us discuss the different types of value. First one is the scrap value. So it is the value of a dismantled material of a property at the end of its utility period and absolutely useless except as a scrap. That means when the life is over, the building will become useless. So then building will be demolished, and after selling out the dismantled material, whatever amount is obtained, that we can call as the scrap value. So there may be many costly material like it may be metal, it may be glass, teak wood. All this we can sell out and we can obtain the amount that we can refer as the scrap value. So that is necessarily dismantling, demolishing the property. Generally, for valuation purpose, we consider scrap value that is equal to 10% of the original cost. Other type of value is the salvage value. Now, it is estimated value of a built-up property at the end of its useful life without being dismantled, and the purchaser may continue to use the property for the function for which it was constructed. So salvage value is similar to scrap value except there is no dismantling and the purchaser may use the property for which it was earlier constructed, and as it is where it is, the property will be sold out after its life is over, and that will be called as salvage value. Salvage value is also considered 10% for calculation purpose. And sometimes salvage value may be high, it may be very low, or sometimes even negative. So here, if there is demand, suppose old brand is in demand, so in that case, salvage value may be higher than the original price. For example, earlier the Royal Enfield Bullet, old vehicles were not available. So very old vehicle, 20, 25 years old vehicle was fetching very good amount of money, and that was even more than its original price. So that may be possible that salvage value may be very high. Sometimes it may be very low because the disposal will be required, and even sometimes expenses will be required to dispose of finally. So here in this case, the purchaser have to put money from his pocket, and in that case it may be more than the salvage value obtained. So it can, in that case it may be negative. Then other value is market value. So it is the value at which the property can be sold in open market. Whatever value is obtained when once the property is sold out in open market. It will depend on demand and supply. Then other type of value is book value. So book value is defined as the value of the property shown in the account book in that year. So book value that is calculated here, that book value equals to original cost minus total depreciation till that year. So here this depreciation we'll discuss afterwards, but it is the loss in value because of wear, tear, and because the building will become old, life will go on increasing, so there will be reduction in the value. That is called as the depreciation. So book value, because of depreciation increases with time, so book value will go on decreasing year to year, and when the life is over, so whatever value remains, that will be equal to scrap value. And as against market value may increase in subsequent years depending on the demand and supply. So it is possible that market value may be more than the original cost. That depends on the demand and supply. Then the other type of value is distressed value. So here under some conditions, particularly the financial condition, the property may be sold out in cheaper rate. So in that case, it will be referred as the distressed value. So it is the value of distressed asset, an asset that is put on sale usually at a cheap price because its owner is forced to sell it. There could be various reasons for this, including bankruptcy, excessive debit, regulatory constraints, and some other financial problems. So in that case, under forceful condition, he may sell out the property at a cheaper price. That will be called as the distress value. The next one is the sentimental value. So it is the value of an object that is derived from personal or emotional association rather than its material worth. That means at actual value may be not very high, but if suppose good sentiments are attached to that property, the purchaser may want or will purchase that property at a price more than the actual value. So in that case the value will be higher, that will good sentiments are attached. And suppose some bad event or episode if happened in the past, the owner will not be comfortable to use the property, then he will sell out that property even at the lower amount, that will be sentimental value because of suppose death of some beloved one or some close relative if it is there. In that case the value obtained under the sentiments may be lower than its actual value. So here the market value differs from sentimental value. Here now market value is actually open, so all conditions are favorable. There is proper demand, proper supply is there, and both parties will agree to the particular transaction. So it is the value of 10 when the building or any commodity is sold out in open market. Now let us discuss the factors affecting value of the property. So various factors are there. Location of the property, no doubt this location of the property, whether it is a commercial area, market area, educational area, industrial zone, highway front, property on major road, residential area, all these factors will affect the valuation of the property. Then time is another factor. It is important because the value of money itself changes with time. Sometimes the transaction value between rupees and dollar changes with time. That many conditions are there. That is one factor. And another is depreciation of the property decreases. Depreciation of the property increases with age of the property. So value will go on reducing with time, or depreciation will go on increasing. Then supply and demand naturally is important factor that decides the value. If there is limited supply, more demand, then value often may be greater. If there is more supply, demand is less, then value may be lower than the actual value. So demand and supply is important factor in market. Then improvement by public scheme. So value increases due to improvement by public scheme, and it may be availability of electricity, roads, sewer line, school, hospital, etc. So all these factors we have to take into account when we are going for working out the value of property. Then let us discuss this rent. Rent means income. That when the property is given for use or occupation to other person on charging some amount, that we call as rent. And that rent we can consider as income available from that property. Now the gross income, or we can refer as gross rent. So it is the total income or receipt from all sources without deducting the outgoings. And outgoings are the expenses required to maintain the property in good condition and being owner of the property. Outgoings are the as below. These are taxes that we have to pay taxes to municipal corporation. It may be property tax, well tax. Then all these are decided on the basis of value of the property. Then repair and maintenance, we have to carry out lot of repair maintenance. It may be coloring, it may be replacement of some other part, say tiles, doors, windows, etc. So that is repair and maintenance charges. Yearly repair, permanent repairs, all these things are there. Management and collection charges. Insurance premium. So if you are having insurance of the property, then you have to pay the insurance premium that will be paid out of the whatever income is available from the property. Then loss of rent. If the property remains vacant for some period, then it is loss. That also we have to take into account. Sinking fund installment. So we'll discuss this afterwards, but some amount we have to keep aside in the form of sinking fund for rebuilding the property. Then ground rent, when the property is constructed on leasehold property, and the income tax we have to pay because we are receiving the income from the property. So we can work out net income, that is same as net rent, and that will be equal to gross income or gross rent minus all outgoings. So other discussion we'll discuss in next lecture.